So just got started today, packed up and left. John's still finishing some food, but he usually gets a quicker pace later in the day than me, especially on the uphills. But we're shooting for a 15.5 mile day today. It stormed real bad last night. Thunderstorm, rain, wind. The wind was super bad, and the wind is supposed to stay bad today, all throughout today, so we'll see if we'll be able to put in all those miles. One guy at camp last night, he didn't have a trail name, but his girlfriend did. Her name was Trippy, and someone had called him Flip Flop because he was originally planning a flip flop, but he hated that name. But he kept talking about the bad weather and tornado warnings and all that stuff, so I started calling him Twister, and I think it stuck. He really liked it, and so did his girlfriend, so I think they're Twister and Trippy now. So I actually gave someone a trail name this time, and it's still not John. John doesn't know what he wants, and it'll have to come in time, but I'm off. So we're making the descent down from, I think it's called Wesser Fire Tower, and it was so windy up there was no way either of us were going to climb up there for the views. One guy who was sitting there below it said he went up, and he said it was very scary, so that is not something we wanted to risk. But we're headed down to this shelter that's just a small descent from the tower. We're gonna take a break there, and we'll have just over 5 miles left for the day, I think. And it'll put us at a 15.5 mile day, so not bad. We'll be at the knock tomorrow, the NOC, and we'll print out our permits for the Great Smoky National Park. And we'll probably be starting that in a couple days. So, talk to you soon. So I just finished 2 Ridgewalks, and the second one was freaking terrifying. Coming from a little knob up there and pretty much sheer drops around you. Oh, great view, but I kind of came down on my pole and one hand to the ground because of the wind, and I couldn't really get much pictures up there because I was just ready to get down, and the wind isn't so bad on this side, but man, was it terrifying. Terrifyingly beautiful, but whew, I'm glad that was over, and now it's all downhill from here. I've got probably around 3 miles left, and then I'm done for the day. I'll likely not do any videos unless something else significant happens, but I'm beat. We're gonna hit the NOC early tomorrow, get our passes, and I'll talk to you then. So we made it to the knock, and we were waiting for a table for breakfast, me and John were, and Dave gets dropped off. He took a 0, and he was starting from the knock as well and getting breakfast, so I added him to our wait for the table. We ate, and he ended up picking up the tab for us. Such a nice guy. But we resupplied. I'm just waiting for John to get out of the bathroom. I got inserts for my shoes. I'm hoping that helps my end of day foot pain. Dave recommended the Super Feet insoles, so I picked up those. Need to trim them down a little. They feel like they're buckling a little bit in there, so I just got to trim out the front just a little bit. But we're about to hit it, and we're a couple days out from the Smokies. We're pumped. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. So we got to the shelter that's just over 7 miles past the NOC, and we were trying to figure out a game plan for the rest of today. There were tent sites at mile 147 point something, then there was another shelter in mile 150 something. Well, I didn't think I could push it to the next shelter, so we were considering the tent sites. I started looking at the app, and there was Stacoa Gap, which was right in between the two. And we clicked through on a few different hostels and found a cheap one that still had vacancy. So we'll have a 2-bedroom room there and be able to rest up, charge everything, and probably push big miles tomorrow to just get inside the Smokies, which is slightly ahead of schedule where I thought we'd be. So that's fantastic. I will catch up with you later. We still have about just under 5 miles to go. All right, bye. So we made it to the hostel. When I got down to the trailhead where he was picking us up, called Stacoa Gap, there was a guy there with Trail Magic, and he had PB&Js and cold sodas, some fruits. So had a PB&J, ate some fruit, took a pop and a clementine with me to have here. I just had dinner. About to edit some videos and stuff and get those ready and hopefully uploaded. I don't know, the Wi-Fi here is a little spotty, so we'll see how that works. But tomorrow we plan on getting into the Smokies. We're gonna walk all the way to Fontana Dam and enter the Smokies and sleep at the shelter that's right there. Puts us just over 15 miles tomorrow, I think, but we can do it. Our food is going to be pretty light tomorrow as we eat, so our bags should be light. It's supposed to rain off and on tomorrow, so we're getting all our stuff aired out. We're going to lock down our packs, so everything that needs to stay dry will be dry. But I'm wrapping up for the night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.